What if I told you that what went down last night wasn't just a meltdown, it was a full-blown ambush that cracked reality TV wide open and set social media on fire? You might think you've seen Mama D wild out before. Maybe you watched her pop off at a reunion special, or clap back during a shady dinner scene. But baby, that was child's play. Because what Mama D did on live television last night, that wasn't drama, that was war. Picture this: studio lights glowing, cameras rolling, soft music playing in the background of what was supposed to be a heartwarming, damage-controlled PR piece. Bambi, done up like she stepped out of a lifestyle commercial, sitting in the guest chair, poised, glossed, looking like the poster child for single mom strength. The host, leaning in, voice gentle, offering her space to heal on camera. The crowd, eating it up, tears shimmering in her lashes, lips quivering just enough to sell the pain. She had them wrapped, and then that door opened. No cue, no warning, just the sudden creak of hinges and a gust of chaos walking in the form of Mama D. No security, no invitation. Purse on her shoulder like she just stepped off the curb from a liquor store run, and her eyes, locked in on Bambi like a hawk, spotting a snake in its nest. The room froze. She didn't yell, not at first. That would have been too easy. Nah. Mama D walked in slow, controlled, like she'd rehearsed this in her head. Every night since Bambi played victim the first time. The sound guy fumbled his mic. A producer dropped his clipboard. One woman in the front row clutched her pearls like it was Sunday service. Mama D said, "Go ahead, keep crying, but tell these people how you lied." The host stammered, "Mama D is a safe space." She cut him off with a look that could peel paint. Safe for who? Not for my son. Not for my grandbabies, and not for the truth. She pulled her purse forward, reached inside like it was a magician's bag of secrets. Out came a thick, crumpled stack of receipts. Screenshots, call logs, burner phone numbers, DM transcripts. And baby, this wasn't no iPhone Notes app situation. She had printouts. "You remember Marcus from Houston?" she said, loud enough to shake the rafters. "Tell them about that hotel room. Tell them about the bank transfers, or should I do it for you?" Bambi blinked once, twice, tried to play calm, but her foundation was sweating underneath that studio glow. "I think you need help," she managed, voice trembling. "You're obsessed." That's when Mama D really unleashed. Her voice rose, her body leaned forward, and the studio audience collectively held its breath. "I'm obsessed with the truth," she snapped. "You used my son like a stepstool. You weaponized my grandbaby. You built your little influencer empire on lies and filters and fake forgiveness. And now you want to cry on camera like you didn't plant every landmine this family stepped on." Producers tried to cut to commercial. Too late, the chat blew up. Twitter exploded. Clips were already being screen recorded and posted by fan pages before Mama D even finished her sentence. Bambi, seeing the walls closing in, tried to pull a power move. She leaned toward Mama D and whispered through gritted teeth, just low enough for only the mic to barely catch, "Keep pushing me. I'll leak the real tape. You want war. You got it." Mama D didn't flinch. She leaned in closer, smiled like she'd been waiting her whole life for that moment. "Baby, I was born in the trenches. You go ahead and drop whatever you got. But when I drop mine, they gon' shut Instagram down." Boom. Chaos. Security rushed in. Audience screaming. The host tried to salvage the segment with, "We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor." But there wasn't a commercial long enough to put the fire out. Backstage, Bambi was in meltdown mode. Her PR girl was panicking. The makeup artist frantically powdering her forehead while whispering, "Just breathe, babe." And Mama D, getting escorted out like royalty. Still waving her stack of proof like the Constitution, but the internet moves faster than security guards. By the time the show cut to its awkward hair gummy ad, Twitter was already deep in conspiracy mode. Like hashtag Mama Done Filtered, hashtag Bambi Exposed, and hashtag Marcus from Houston were trending worldwide. TikTokers were adding subtitles to her outburst. Meme pages plastered her face over Game of Thrones dragons. And fan accounts, already dissecting every screenshot she flashed. The chaos had just begun. See, what the cameras didn't show is what went down before the studio ambush. Because this wasn't spur of a movement, this was a slow burn revenge cooked over years of suspicion and whispered rumors. Let's rewind. Insiders, especially those in Atlanta barbershops and backroom salons, have been saying for years that Bambi wasn't in it for Scrappy. She was in it for the brand. A partnership, not a marriage. Cute TikToks. Sure. Coordinated outfits. Family goals, captions. But behind the scenes, whole different story. One source claimed they overheard Bambi drunkenly laugh outside an Atlanta club. He a paycheck with a beard, sis. That's it. People brushed it off, called it gossip. Until Scrappy quietly filed for partial custody, until he started freezing shared accounts. That's when Bambi started sweating. And that's when she booked her little feel-bad-for-me sit-down interview. A mid-tier talk show. Just safe enough for her to cry pretty, plug her skincare line, and paint herself as the wounded woman who tried everything, but what she didn't count on, Mama D finding out the studio address. Or calling an Uber. Because if you think velvet ropes and clipboard girls can stop Mama D, you clearly haven't been watching reality TV since 2012. She stomped in like a queen with a cause. No pretense, no filter. She wasn't there to argue. She was there to finish, and now, the world is watching it unfold like it's Game 7, in the hours after the live ambush. Social media was spinning like a slot machine. Fans flooded Bambi's last post with snake emojis. Screenshots of her stunned face during the outburst went viral, paired side by side with older pics of her and Marcus on what was supposed to be a work trip. And Mama D, she wasn't done. Back home, robe on, glass of wine in hand. She went live again on Facebook, smiling.com, and deadly. Let her leak the tape, she said. I got mine too. I've been recording since 2018, baby. My phone got more secrets than a priest's confession box. Then she added, and you better pray I don't bring out my special guest. The comment section melted. Theories flew. Was she talking about Erica Dixon? One of Bambi's old assistants. A side chick Scrappy didn't even know about. Meanwhile, Bambi's team scrambled. Cease and desist letters were drafted. Lawyers were looped in. Rumors swirled that her influencer deals were being paused pending review, but damage control doesn't work when you're bleeding from all angles. Because that same night, a shady blog posted a blurry hotel hallway still, timestamped, Bambi, or someone who looked exactly like her, sneaking into a Houston hotel suite at 2 a.m. The same hotel Mama D mentioned, the same keycard she waved in the studio, and suddenly, all the dots connected. Old tweets resurfaced. D misleaked. Even a nail tech came forward, tweeting, "She told me she was flying to Houston for business. I did her nails the day before. Sis, we been new." By sunrise, Mama D's Facebook Live had over 1 million views. The interview clip, viral across 6 platforms. Scrappy, silent but insiders say he watched the whole thing while sipping Hennessy and texting his lawyer. And, just when people thought it was over, Mama D went live again. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. I'm dropping the rest. The streets of Atlanta buzzed like it was Freaknik all over again. And Bambi, still trying to post unbothered selfies while the internet tore her story apart, pixel by pixel, and you better buckle up. Because this isn't just drama, this is the beginning of a legacy war, and Mama D came with facts, files, and fire. By the time the sun dipped behind the Atlanta skyline the next night, over 120,000 people had already set reminders. Mama D's Facebook page was boiling with comments before she even hit the go live button. Crown emojis flooded the chat. Team Bambi lurkers sat silent with fingers trembling over the screen record button, and then, like a queen taking the stage, she appeared. Mama D, front and center. Sitting in what looked like a living room throne. Silk robe, wine glass, that signature villain grin. No intro, no warm-up. Just one sentence that sent chills through every ring light in the influencer community. Tonight, I'm done whispering. This is the side of the story Bambi didn't want y'all to see. And then she dropped the bomb. I got a special guest. Come on out, baby. Enter Erica Dixon. Yes-Erica, Scrappy's first baby mama. The original reality TV savage. The one who never bit her tongue and certainly wasn't going to start now. She slid into the frame like she'd been waiting for this since season 3. Hair laid, petty smirk, locked in. She leaned into the camera and cooed. Hi Bambi, miss me. It was pure, uninterrupted chaos. The chat exploded. Mama D was hollering. Erica was sipping tea like it was a Netflix special. Fans were typing so fast it looked like code. Mama D barely kept it together, laughing through her wine. Tell them what you told me backstage. She gasped between cackles. Erica didn't even blink. Calm/sharp. Ready. I tried to warn Scrappy years ago, she said. This girl ain't no innocent victim. She's a walking headline. She used our beef to play damsel, flipped him against his own mother. And behind the scenes, she was setting up contracts with other men. Mama D nodded like a proud coach on the sideline. Tell M about Marcus. Oh, she don't want y'all knowing Marcus was the money man behind that skincare line. Startup funds. Came with strings. He wasn't investing in secrets. He was investing in her. Boom. The comment section couldn't keep up. But Mama D wasn't done. She leaned forward, held up a stack of papers like they were sacred scrolls. Receipts, baby, bank statements, LLC filings. And look what's this. A hush payment from a club promoter who also just so happened to get her a hotel suite in Houston. Erica added with a wink. Y'all remember that leaked hotel clip? Who you think sent it to the blogs? The audience. Gone. Team Bambi. Missing. In action, Bambi's last selfie post. Flooded with clown emojis, snake gifs, and fans asking, where Mark is at now? But then plot twist. Mama D's phone buzzed midstream. She looked down. Her eyes lit up like a villain with a new scheme. Y'all wanna see something? She flipped the screen, a text. From Scrappy, all caps. One line. Keep going MA, don't let up. You could feel the internet scream. Memes exploded instantly. Scrappy's face photoshopped onto a warrior. Mama D riding a dragon. Bambi edited into the woman yelling at a cat meme. TikTokers clipped the stream before it even ended. Even verified gossip pages reposted her entire live with the caption, Mama D ain't playing. Meanwhile, over at Camp Bambi, panic wasn't the word. Insiders said her PR manager was crying into a draft apology. Makeup artists gone social media, intern Mia, and Bambi, rumored to be on the phone with lawyers, pacing in a $1,000 robe, and threatening to sue anyone with a pulse. But the internet doesn't wait for lawyers. Because while Mama D and Erica were still live, that same shady blog that first leaked the hotel footage, they dropped another nuke. A new clip. A hotel room. Bambi mid-argument, hair messy. Makeup streaked. Screaming into the phone. If Mama D keeps running her mouth, I'll tell them what Scrappy did. He ain't no saint either. And just like that, the heat turned, that the audience paused. The chat slowed. A new question emerged. Was Scrappy really clean in all this? Mama D saw the shift and smirked. Let her talk, she said. Let her bring up my son. I got clips too. She wanna go there. Baby, I been there. Erica chimed in. She don't want the full story out? That tape ain't gonna save her. It's gonna bury her. But now, the mess was spreading. Fans started digging. Reddit threads titled Scrappy's Hidden Secrets popped up. One user claimed they had screenshots of texts between Scrappy and a mysterious woman named Tasha from last year. Another posted side-by-side pics of Scrappy wearing the same shirt, with two different women. Was the Queen's army falling apart? Mama D didn't blink. She grabbed her glass, raised it high. Let M dig. The truth always finds its way out. And baby Bambi's been planting lies since her first confession scene. Back in Bambi's corner, she dropped a final post that night. A close-up selfie. Sunglasses on, lips pursed, captioned, unbothered. Hashtag facts only, but the internet wasn't buying it. Replies flooded in. Sis, you allergic to facts unbothered. You went live crying. Mama D just sent you to Instagram jail. Brands started pulling her sponsorships. Small businesses untagged her from collabs. One hairstylist posted, can't fix karma with a closure wig. And Mama D, already teasing the next live. Y'all think that was heat? She laughed. Next week, I'm dropping the tape. Marcus was the appetizer. The main course. Y'all, ain't ready? Scrappy reposted her teaser. Caption, told y'all. Watch. Meanwhile, Erica Dixon sitting in that same throne chair dropped a voice note live. Bambi, 2 years ago, you said it. Now they hearing it. A click. Static. Then Bambi's voice. Scrappy gone, take care of me, forever. His mama thinks she's slick, but I know things. Got plan A, B and C, lined up. They think I'm dumb. Please. The audience. Silent. The fans. Screaming. The industry. Watching. And somewhere in Atlanta, Bambi was probably throwing her phone into a wall. This wasn't just a scandal anymore. It was a full-blown brand collapse. Mama D finished the stream with one last toast. Eyes locked on the lens. Atlanta, this ain't over. This is just the beginning. Bow down. The Queen has spoken. Live ended. Blogs updated every minute. Clips reposted 1,000 times. Lawyers across Atlanta. Preparing for war. And the big question, who's next? Because if Mama D's final words meant anything, there's still more fire locked in that phone of hers than in a whole Atlanta summer. So now, you tell me, are you Team Mama D, raising your wine glass in honor of a woman who protects her family by any means necessary? Are you still Team Bambi, praying she's got one last secret to flip the story? Or are you just here for the circus, living for every twist, every scream, every screenshot? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Who's the real villain? Is Scrappy really that innocent? What's on that final tape? And most importantly, will Bambi survive what Mama D's about to drop next? Don't just watch this unfold, be part of it. Smash that like button if you live for raw, unfiltered truth bombs. Hit subscribe so you never miss the next messy moment. And turn on those notifications, because when Mama D goes live again, Atlanta might just lose power. They thought it was over. They thought after Mama D's Facebook Live turned the internet upside down, the dust would finally settle. But Atlanta doesn't rest. And baby, neither does a woman who's got nothing to lose and everything on camera. Because while the world was still picking sides, Team Mama D, Team Bambi, or Team Bernatolin, other bomb dropped. Not on TV, not on live, but in court. That's right. Court documents were leaked. Not by accident. Not by a whistleblower. By design, an anonymous tipster, probably one of Scrappy's sources. If you read between the lines, sent in a motion filed by Scrappy's legal team, petition for custody amendment, attached, a request for full parental rights and a temporary order to limit Bambi's access until investigative matters are resolved. And just like that, the storyline took a new turn. This wasn't just a social media war. This wasn't petty anymore. This was legal. This was custody. This was real. Mama D posted a cryptic quote to her story that same hour. Sometimes you gotta protect the kids, even from their mama. Bambi, for the first time in days, went silent. Not a post, not a comment, not a selfie. Until 3 a.m., she posted a black square on Instagram. No caption, no filter. Just the sound of silence begging to be noticed. But silence don't work when screenshots scream louder. Because what fans didn't know was that Mama D had already handed over more than just texts and hotel keys. She'd sent audio recordings, financial docs, and even school attendance logs proving who showed up and who didn't. Meanwhile, fans were doing the Lord's work in the DMs, digging up old footage, cross-referencing outfits, matching timestamps. One user uploaded a side-by-side Bambi on her skincare launch day versus Marcus checking into a hotel 2 hours later down the street. Coincidence or calculation? Then came the podcast bomb. A major gossip show dropped a teaser. Tomorrow's episode, The Truth Behind the Tears. Featuring the voice you never expected, and Baby, the guest. None other than Bambi's former assistant, her voice disguised, but her story crystal clear. She staged it. The crying, the captions, the DMs with Scrappy were fake screenshots. The brand deals bought Marcus more than a business partner. And Mama D, she's been collecting evidence since 2021. The host's jaw dropped. The internet dropped with it. Meanwhile, Bambi's team tried to recover. Her PR firm emailed a handful of blogs, ceased dissemination of false and defamatory statements. But baby, it was too late. The streets of TikTok were on fire. Even verified pages clowned her. One big influencer posted, Bambi about to influence the court into taking her kids. Then, like a cursed prophecy, Mama D went live again. No wine glass, no throne, just a chair, a phone, and a flash drive in her hand. I told y'all the main course was coming. You ready to eat? She clicked play. First, a voicemail. Bambi, whispering into the phone. Don't leak it yet. I need a deal in place. I got Scrappy scared. His mama too. Let me handle this before it gets messy. Too late. Next up, a video. Not scandalous, not X-rated, but chilling. Marcus, sitting in a hotel room, talking to the camera. She told me she was using him. Told me she needed one more baby to secure it all. I told her it was foul. She said, foul pays the bills. Mama D, let it sit. Let the silence linger like a funeral bell. And then she ended with a whisper. You lied on my son. You used my grandbabies. You turned your whole life into a script. Now live with the credits. The screen faded. Comments flooded. Even VH1 producers started trending. Rumors swirled. Bambi being pulled from the cast. Scrappy negotiating a solo spin-off, Mama D being offered a messy matriarch docuseries, and then the unthinkable, Erica Dixon went live. Again. Only this time, she wasn't laughing. She looked straight into the camera. I don't celebrate another woman's fall, but when you play with people's kids, when you weaponize motherhood, don't cry when the weapon backfires. Mic drop. By then, Bambi's follower count had dropped by tens of thousands. Brands removed her promo codes. One even publicly apologized, and Scrappy, still silent. Until one final moment. He posted a photo, him and his daughter, captioned "Peace. That's the only battle I wanna win." Fans clapped. Some cried. Some called him manipulative. Some said he waited too long. But what nobody denied. This war wasn't about clout anymore. It was about family, legacy, and what happens when a reality star gets outreeled by her own past. Mama D hasn't posted since. But the world waits, because if we've learned anything from this firestorm, it's that when Mama D says she's got more, she means it. And if Bambi still thinks she's holding one last secret ace, she better hope it's worth the house burning down. Because in this show, the queen always makes her final move last.